When Xi Jinping sits down for that state banquet with Emmanuel Macron, the flowing champagne and glittering chandeliers at his city centre residence won't be able to outshine one glaring truth, that these two emperors are geared up for serious business. Europe and China have hefty economic ties. EU-China trade is estimated at about 2.3 billion euros per day. And Xi Jinping appears determined to rebuild as well as deepen relations with the European leaders after a prolonged absence prompted by the COVID pandemic. But you see, first, the Chinese president stands accused by Western governments of helping Vladimir Putin wage war in Ukraine by supplying technology as well as equipment for the Russian military. Second, the European Union and Beijing are on the brink of a full-blown trade war. Emmanuel Macron has been pushing Brussels to get tough with China over flooding the market with cheap electric vehicles. In return, though, Xi Jinping is threatening to slap tariffs on cognac, a painful gesture that's left the French president and his homegrown liquor industry with a nasty headache. For Europe, this visit will test its delicate balancing act between China and the United States and will no doubt be seen in Washington as a none too subtle effort by Mr. Xi to divide Western allies. So amid arguments over electric cars, cognac and Ukraine, the French president's dinner with Xi Jinping may not be much fun. And in case you weren't aware, the Chinese are masters of the art of the diplomatic snub. It's hard to miss the message to Europe and Xi's decision to go on from Paris to Serbia later in the week and then on to Hungary to meet their prime minister. Both Central European countries are sympathetic to Moscow and sources of irritation to the West, especially Brussels, which Xi isn't due to visit at all. But beyond these two friends of China, there are, however, serious European differences with Beijing, whose economy was roughly the same size measured in dollars as the European Union's when the Chinese president last visited back in 2019. China's economy is now some 15% bigger.